What is up, everyone? How is everyone doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully the audio is working all good. We have got a very special guest on today's live stream, someone that I've never had on my channel before, and that is someone that is actually quite active in the GTA space, specifically on Twitter, X, however you like to refer it as, and that is RockStation. Hello, man. How you going? How you doing? Welcome on in.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Hey.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, no worries, man. All good, all good. Well, yeah, I guess just sort of, we sort of spoke a little bit off air about, your time in the GTA space and coming out with videos and starting up your YouTube channel. Just giving everyone sort of a brief sort of overview of how that experience has been, and then we'll get into the GTA stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, man, it all started with Twitter, really. It was actually for Hogwarts Legacy, so I just set up a little Twitter because I got Hogwarts Legacy around a week early. And yeah, it just started growing from there. I just posted holding the game in my hand, gained my first couple of 100 followers. And then I just switched to GTA. It actually went through a phase of an M&M page as well for a little while. But yeah, just tweeting every day, just staying hyped. And then I thought to myself, well, if the Twitter's doing so well, why not try the YouTube? Something I'd always wanted to do, but just never had the confidence to do it. And then one day just decided to put a video together, dropped it, and it's just been going ever since then. Absolutely loving it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. And it's one of those things with YouTube as well that I like is, you're creating content for your audience, for your fans, and it's something that you love doing and you get very passionate about it. And I think, for myself, even when I first started up my channel, it's something where, you feel in yourself where you started up and you're like, could this work out? I like it to work out. And, it's something that you start making content on, you start making videos, and you just put it out there in the ecosystem. And it's just something that you really enjoy doing. And I know for myself, it's something that I've been loving doing it for so many, 3 and a bit years now, which is absolutely crazy to even think. But yeah, it's awesome. But yeah, just a few people in the chat before we get into the GTA stuff. We got McTannon in the chat. He goes, Wagwan and Generals. We've got Max G in the chat. We've got, who else have we got? We've got Kratos in the chat. Hey Kratos, how you going, man? Thank you for joining. And we've got a few others in the chat that I don't think I've ever seen in my live streams before, so it's very cool to see you guys roll on in. But yeah, let's get straight into some GTA 6 stuff. So we had most recently, I came out with a video on it yesterday with Tom Henderson saying that he is confident that it is going to be releasing this year. He also mentioned that from what he's heard, it seems like Rockstar is confident as well that they're going to get the game out on time. What are your thoughts when you heard about that?
Yeah, I was going to say, I dropped a video on this as well, and I think he's one of the few people we can actually listen to. Obviously, he doesn't know 100%, but I'm pretty sure he is having those conversations. But I think what's key for me is him specifically saying that Rockstar are confident, not just that he's confident. So that's the big tell. I'm confident he's speaking to people, and yeah, it's just really good way to start off the year. We've had so much bad news. What did you think to that?
Yeah, well, look, it is a prediction at the end of the day, but because it is coming from someone that is so reputable, that being Tom Henderson, it's like when you hear it come from him, it's not just coming from someone that's random splurging something out saying, this, but with him saying it, it definitely does carry much more weight. So I think it is quite positive to hear that from him. And I also think that with, us getting closer and closer to the launch of the game, I'm sure, hopefully anyways, that stays that way. And, we obviously see the game get out on time. So, I think, I would say that out of, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head here. The only other reputable source that I would trust would be Jason Schreier. I wouldn't really trust anyone else other than Schreier and Henderson with their comments. So yeah, I was pretty happy to hear that. Of course, look, anything can change, and I've mentioned this multiple times. It's such a massive project, right? Like, there's so many moving parts with this game, and anything could change at any given moment. So I think for the time being anyways, I don't think we need to fearmonger. I don't think there's anything out there that's pointing to a delay to 2027 for this moment. So I think we should be all good, A-OK for GTA 6 to release on November 19th. But yeah.
Yeah, we can only go on the information we have, which is basically Rockstar's latest word, which is that it's coming on November 19th. So until they say otherwise on that, I'm confident. And also, I was just thinking about when they were talking about the cost. I think they say it was like 10 million per month to delay. And you'd probably find if they have to delay even more, that cost will increase. And again, it's just, I just really don't, I can't see it happening. Now, it's not to say that in a few months' time, he could do another one of those insider gaming shows and say, well, actually, I've now spoken to people and they're not so confident. But for now, we just go with the information we've got. And yeah, I'm just feeling quite confident myself. I'm always hyped. Like you'll see on Twitter, I'm always in a positive mindset, always confident. So yeah, and I'm not bothered about waiting. I'd rather have a perfect polished game.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%, man. I think anyone out there that, says, even, look, if they have to delay it again, it will be for a good reason, right? Like, we don't want a buggy mess. And I came out with a video, just trying to think now, probably maybe a couple weeks back or maybe something like that. I'm forgetting the days, man. They're all like mixing into one. It's insane how fast time goes. But yeah, like I said that, we don't want like a Cyberpunk 2.0 situation occurring, on Rockstar's hands. They definitely don't want that. Like, I mean, out of any company in the world, right? Any game dev, there's like Rockstar perfectionists, right? They do not want a buggy mess at launch. So, trying to ensure that everything is optimized at launch and trying to get everything right and ready is of the utmost importance. So, I think
they just won't allow that to happen.
Yeah, exactly right. Because I mean, at the end of the day, their reputation's on the line with this game, and if it all goes haywire, then that is obviously a bad look on them. I mean, look, we had the GTA Definitive Edition that came out a few years back, and I understand that was outsourced for the most part to Grove Street Games. They were the ones that were really, for the most part, responsible for it. However, with that being said, because GTA 6 is their next big mainline release, they need to get this right, So, and especially as well with, the success of Red Dead 2, there's a massive like, bar that they have to sort of try and get over with, exceeding our expectations. I mean, they said that in their delay announcement to us, you know what I mean? So it's one of those things that, yeah, like I said, their reputation's on the line, and I'm sure they would want to try and exceed those expectations as best as they can. So, yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I'm sure Rockstar will be able to knock it out of the park. Like I have the utmost faith in them to be able to bring us, something that we've never ever seen before in entertainment. So, yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean, when people this is something that makes me laugh. When people ask me this question, I don't even know why it's a question. Like, obviously, it's going to be the best thing we've ever seen. If you look at Red Dead alone, like I've always said this, it's Red Dead that makes this game so exciting, not GTA 5. I was playing GTA just to get my mansion and that, and some of it's a bit clunky, and I think to myself, yeah, Red Dead is such a huge improvement on this. And I have no doubt they're going to smash it. People are going to be like completely shocked by the level of detail. It's mad. I did a video recently about sort of the technology. I think a few people have done it, but just looking into the patents and some of the technology that they've got there, when it all comes together, it's just going to be crazy. Those are going to be the moments that just absolutely kill it for me. And yet, no doubt, they're going to absolutely smash it out the park. There's people saying it's going to be woke, it's going to be a letdown. It just won't. I mean, I've been here. I was 10 when the first GTA came out. So
wow, 10.
I've been through I've been through every Rockstar. People often ask me my age, but I'm not going to flat out say you can work it out based on that. But I'm a bit older than people probably expect. So I've been through this for every single game, so I know they're not going to let us down.
Yeah, exactly right. And it's crazy that you say 10 years old. Was that GTA 5 you said there?
No, that was GTA 1.
Oh, GTA 1. Okay, right.
I was about 10 when the first GTA came out.
Okay.
The very first one.
Yeah, wow, there you go. That's
I'm
crazy.
Old, mate. I'm old.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. I mean, for me with GTA 5, I was like, 13 when it came out, and I remember how hype the trailers were even before the game was coming out. It was insane. Like, you had trailer 1, you had 2, you had the Michael, Trevor, and Franklin trailer, and I was replaying those trailers like non-stop. Like, it was a crazy thing, and it's great that we get to experience all of this again. And now, for me personally, like, I'm more older, much more mature, I have a better understanding of the world, and with this being the next big release in entertainment, it's going to be something that we've never seen before, and it's going to be so surreal. So I think we just all got to drink it in, man. We just got to take it all in, and the excitement's just going to be absolutely unmatched. It's going to be like something that we've never ever seen before. So it's going to be like how it was with GTA 5 pre-release, but on like another level, like quadruple, because
it's so weird.
Yeah, sorry, you go.
Games release. No, my apologies. Games release like all the time, but nothing's going to give us the feeling that this is going to be such a special moment, more than just purchasing and buying a game. It's like an event. Do you know what I mean? It's a moment in time. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it is. It was the same for Red Dead and GTA 5. I picked up GTA 5 from game at midnight, and I thought to myself, I'll go about 2 a.m. to get away from the queue, and there was still a queue around the block at 2 a.m.
Wow.
And I ended up getting home at 4, switching it on, getting to the scene where you sort of you're robbing it, like you're doing the bank robbery at the start, and then I fell asleep on the sofa. But yeah, back in the day, that GTA 5 moment was insane, and it's going to be just times 100 for GTA 6.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. Like with Red Dead 2, there was definitely hype behind it, but I think Grand Theft Auto is obviously the much more popular IP, and it's just the hype behind a new Grand Theft Auto title is unlike anything else. So, and based off everything we've seen, instead of having the trailers play in the background, let me just bring up the website. I mean, we've already seen this all by now. Everyone's seen this, but I mean, you just look at everything, and it's just like ridiculous. Like the level of detail is absolutely insane. Like you think about everything that goes into this game, and the tech that they've implemented is like ridiculous. Like you can see the booty physics and the jiggle physics and the strip clubs and just the detail and the tech and everything. It's like I think the thing is, people are just hyped to just have a new GTA. Have something that we can finally say this is the new standard. This will be the new flag bearer for the next over a decade, because GTA 5 has, stood the test of time and lasted so long, and nothing else has really been able to dethrone it when you think about it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I was just looking at that. I was watching one of Luke Stevens' videos the other day, and he was talking about the muscles when Jason gets down off the ladder and goes through the door, and you can actually see his muscles like changing shape as he moves his arm and that. It's these little subtle details. I think I posted one about the dirt on the windshields. We're going to spend years just discovering all these little tiny things, man. It's actually quite overwhelming, the thought of going into this game. I think TGG said it on when they did the roundtable that we just need to take our time with it and enjoy it and let everything soak in, not rush through it, and just enjoy that experience, because it'll be over one day, and we'll be sitting here talking about what GTA 6 was like, and I prefer being in this moment thinking about what it's going to be like. That's why I'm always able to stay so hyped.
No, 100%, man, 100%. And I think you mentioned there, what would you say? You said something about was it the windshields or some of that in the car or whatever?
Yeah, I think it's when it switches from Jason working out and it goes to the first person view on the highway. If you pause it, you can actually see bits of dirt on the windshield of the car and bits of grub that have built up on the car windshield.
Yeah, really. Wait, hang on a second. Let me go into. 1 second. I'll go through here because unfortunately I can't.
I'm not the first person to. This was pointed out months ago.
Right. Okay. 1 moment. Let me mute that so I don't get copyright.
Yeah.
Is it this part here? Like there? Is that what you're referring to? Like where he's holding his hands on the steering wheel?
Yeah, he's holding his hands, tapping his hands on the steering wheel.
Yeah,
that's the first person view.
Yeah. I think, look, stuff like this that we've seen, like little details like that, even picking up those most little minute details, just really goes to show you Rockstar's attention to detail with everything. I mean, you think to for example, I'll bring it up here, Red Dead 2's, horse balls shrinking in the weather when it's snowing, stuff like that is insane. I remember when this came out and people were finding out that when it was snowing, that's when it would shrink. And it's just stuff like that where you go wow, Rockstar has really like taken it to the next level from an immersion and attention to detail perspective. It's like that makes me think, like, with obviously everything we've seen so far, like everything is already showing us, that they're going to go above and beyond again in terms of this aspect. But like, how far are they actually going to go with that? Like, like what else are we going to see where they're going to blow us away with attention to detail? Like, it's pretty remarkable.
There's going to be stuff we haven't even thought of. There's going to be stuff that we haven't even thought of that will just go viral the moment we see it. That will be like, oh man, they've done this as well. They've done that. Like, it's going to be crazy digging through, and I just can't wait for it.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder, like, I play Red Dead. I mean, before we knew about GTA 6 and we'd seen it, I'd often play Red Dead and think there is no way even Rockstar are going to be able to match this. And I kept thinking to myself, how are they going to ever top this? But they will. They'll exceed it by far.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. And like the thing is, because they have, world-class talent over there, they have virtually unlike an unlimited budget when you think about it, because, they got their parent company Take-Two funding, this big project, and, they got so many people working on GTA 6. I mean, all hands at the moment are on deck. They've got all the Rockstar studios worldwide working on this massive release. I'm sure there's probably a small bunch that are still working on GTA Online and probably some other unknown projects that we don't know about at the moment. But I mean, like when you think about it like that, like that's pretty insane. Like trying to make sure you get everything right, and it must be like the pressure over there must be insane for the devs. And we've already seen an insight of how intense the pressure is over there. I mean, you probably would know from a couple months back with that whole situation that went on with the union busting and the employees that got fired from, I think it was the Rockstar Toronto studio. I could be wrong on that one. I think it was the Rockstar Toronto studio and the Rockstar North studio in Edinburgh, Scotland. And yeah, I mean, like, with what happened there, and you think like internally what's going on at the studio there specifically, and some of the other studios, like it just must be insane the amount of pressure to deliver. Like, I can't even imagine how intense that must feel. So yeah, like I don't know how I would be in their shoes at the moment with getting this game out of the door on time. Like it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it's probably all like compartmentalized, isn't it? People are in their own little booths focusing on their own little jobs, and then it all comes. I mean, it's the thought of how they bring it all together that's quite terrifying. When you've got thousands of people working on it, how do you bring that all together into one cohesive product at the end? That's what terrifies me. And obviously making sure all these systems layer on top of each other, work together, don't break. Because GTA is about causing chaos. It's about like being unpredictable, isn't it? And obviously games like need to know what you're doing, so they know what to render, what to show you, what direction to go in. And GTA doesn't have that luxury. It has to sort of move on the fly with whatever chaos you decide to cause. And that just must be a nightmare to all stitch together, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%. And you think about like all the different departments. Like the thing is, from what I have, from what I understand based off the research that I've done, the individual departments that are working on their own thing don't know what's going on in other departments, from what I understand, right? So like, you have one department, probably maybe, let's say, for example, like the visual arts department, then you got like the audio department, like they won't be talking to each other. So like you have like your own thing that you're working on, but then you have, the other department working on the other thing, and you won't see it until, trailers come out and when the game actually comes out, how the final product actually looks. And that must be crazy as well, because you don't really technically see everything in all its glory until, well, I guess the public see it. Maybe probably, a few of the higher ups at Rockstar and of course Take-Two would probably see it. But I mean, for the most part, majority of the devs would only really know what they're solely working on. So yeah, it's still though, yeah, like it's just crazy. Like I would not know what to do in their situation with, dealing with with trying to exceed, everyone's expectations, because people are going to have such high expectations for this game. Like I've seen crazy things. I'm sure you've probably seen crazy theories out there about like some people saying, oh, if this game doesn't allow us to go to space, I am not buying GTA 6. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. It's not Saints Row.
Literally.
I mean, but To be honest with you, talking quickly, I want to speak about that. That's one of the worst experiences I've ever had. That new Saints Row reboot. I was really looking forward to that because I love the Saints Row games because they're so similar to GTA. But that reboot was such a letdown. I just wanted to throw that in there as I brought it up. But yeah,
Yeah.
GTA, man, it is going to smash it. Honestly, it's crazy to think about this time next year what these conversations are going to be like because we're going to have so much to speak about. It's going to be wild.
Yeah, yeah, and the thing is as well. Like, I've seen people saying like, "Oh, geez, how are you gonna like keep making content with like nothing that's happening at the moment? You know, nothing's going on. There's no official news, blah blah blah, this and that." And like, I understand from people's perspective saying like, the game's 11 months out. Talk about something different. Like, I've had comments like that, which is crazy. But like, the thing is, I would predict, and I'm sure yeah, you would probably be in agreement as well, and a lot of other people are in agreement online in the community saying that May to about probably July timeframe, maybe even slightly earlier, is probably when we're going to be next hearing from Rockstar. So I mean, like when you really think about it, when the marketing and everything starts to kick into full gear, everything starts swiftly moving and we start seeing, more screenshots, the third trailer pre-orders going live. We see billboards scattered throughout, outside on buses and buildings and stuff like that. That's when the true hype really, really starts to ramp up quite a fair bit. Because I mean, like, I remember, with Red Dead 2 and even GTA 5, like Red Dead 2, I guess because I was a little bit older, like seeing the advertisements on the side of buses and stuff like that, like outside, that's when it really is like becoming a reality. And also as well, like the TV trailers, like the TV trailer spots and stuff, like seeing it on TV is wild. Like I remember, before GTA 5 came out, it's probably like a few weeks before. I think it was like the official trailer, I think. It was like the last trailer before the game released. And you hear the narrator at the end of the trailer goes, Grand Theft Auto 5 coming September 17th. Yeah. And it's like, that's like, that is like, chill. That's when it sends chills down your spine. It does, because like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's really happening, And I truly think at the moment, because, I think people are in the mindset, and I put this in the our GTA 6 Discord chat with us GTA 6 YouTubers, saying like, people are thinking at the moment, just because there's been so many multiple delays, that there's just going to be another delay automatically. Like people are just like, oh, it's not coming out 2026. It's going to be 2027, surely, right? And I think it's just like
negativity takes over your mind so easily. It's so easy to let it creep in, and it can sort of poison your mind. But I think when that delay popped up, I was stood in my garden, and it just popped up at the top of my phone. Hi everyone, and I read it and processed it, and I said to my missus, it's been delayed. But within an hour, I was then like I was going through like the stages of grief, and I was just sort of like, actually, this is going to be better for the game. So I get there quite quickly. But I do think I know obviously this is just a prediction. Obviously anything I say is just my opinion and my prediction, but I think we are looking half a year before we hear anything. I really do. I think it's going to be June, May if we're lucky, but June just sits right for me because it puts it like 5 months before the drop. And they did say they want to run a shorter marketing cycle. So for me, 5 months just sounds about right. But a lot of people don't want to hear that. People are expecting something next month, something on the 26th of May. I don't think they'll do anything in May because that date's too obvious now. We know about that date, so I can't see that happening. Rockstar don't really work like that. Yeah, so I think maybe June, which is not that far away, to be honest with you. And we get a nice summer. We get a summer of packed marketing for GTA, if that's the case.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. And yeah, like there have been some people saying like, oh, February is probably a time frame where Rockstar's going to come out with, something new. And look, anything could happen. Like anything anyone says could become a reality. But like, I don't think with the earnings call coming up next month that, Take-Two don't announce anything new in relation to their own labels that they own. So they leave everything up to like, Rockstar or whoever else that are under their umbrella. And, I just don't think we're going to be seeing a trailer come next month or the month after. It just seems like it's too soon. So I think you're probably about right there. I think June is.
You've got to think what the purpose would be.
Yeah.
What purpose would it serve Rockstar to drop content now? Because we've moved past them needing to show us the game, and this year is all about them pushing us to the release. So there's no purpose that a trailer would serve now. it would serve more of a purpose when everything is properly going to start rolling, when they're going to start triggering the marketing properly, if that makes sense. So it would just be like a random drop just to keep people happy, and I don't think that's how they would want to operate. But
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope we do get something in February, but I just can see it happening at the very start of June,
Yeah. No,
just kicking off the summer.
that's a great point.
And I'm happy with that. I'm
Yeah.
happy with that.
Yeah. No.
People forget how much information we got last year. I think because we got it at the start of the year, we sort of feel like we were done over by the time we got to the end of the year. But I don't think they've ever given us like 70 screenshots. We've got a whole website. We got the trailer. It's a lot of stuff. They've never given us that much content in one go. But by the time we got to December, we were all saying, "Oh, we need something new." Just one screenshot. It
Yeah.
just shows how fickle we are, how quickly we move on, and we want the next thing. It's just the way it works, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And like you said, like 70 screenshots, a second trailer, a bunch of artwork. They gave us so much, you know. Like, granted, yes, we had to wait like 500 plus days after trailer 1. Yes, but like when you think
of thinking we're so ungrateful.
like when you think about it, they really gave us a lot.
Probably think. They did, man.
Yeah, they gave us a lot of information, and I think a lot of people were quite disappointed that they didn't give us anything new the back end of last year after that delay announcement, because it was another delay by 6 months or so, and like people were like, wow, they're not going to even give us like any new screenshots to soften the blow. And like from that perspective, like I understand like people's disappointment in regards to like Rockstar not giving us anything new in relation to that. So, look, I think that when they do show us something new, and Jim just made a comment in the chat saying, when Rockstar announced the 1 year delay, it showed that they really wanted to deliver something at a higher level than we expect. And he's hit the money, he's hit it like perfectly there. Like, you think about the leap from trailer 1 to trailer 2, like it's a significant improvement. And, like, can you imagine when the third trailer comes out and then we get, of course, the gameplay trailer, like, we're going to see another massive leap again. So, yeah, it's
that gameplay trailer's the one to actually. It's the one thing we still need to see what this game looks like being played, like in action, not just from cutscenes that have been edited and stitched together. I want to see someone walking around in that world.
Yeah,
that's going to be the moment. And we'll get that lady who does the voiceover as well. For we'll get her back as well. I hope they use her again. She got a really nice, relaxing voice.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah, the last 2 times she's done it for Red Dead 2 and GTA 5. I think there was a guy that did it for Max Payne 3 for the gameplay trailer.
I think she did it for, it might have been one of the Dying Light games recently. She did it quite recently for another company. I don't know if it was Dying Light, but it was another company used her voice to do one of those gameplay trailers.
Oh, I didn't know
Can't
that.
remember exactly which game it was though.
Yeah, I think there was a different lady that did it for Cyberpunk though, from memory. I don't think it was the same voice. But yeah, for Red Dead 2 and GTA 5 was that lady, and she hit it out of the park. She did a great job, and like that's when you know, when it's like when you see the gameplay trailer and you see like the HUD on screen and you see the character walking around. That's when you know it's like, wow, this is what we're going to be seeing when the game comes out. And it's crazy because I feel like Rockstar are like really the only company that when they showcase official trailers or gameplay trailers, it's always like as it is, like how you see it on the trailer in game when you get it in your hands, or even better, which is
or better, yeah.
which tends to be the opposite with other companies. So yeah, like
Speaking of the HUD, I was just thinking to myself with regards to the HUD, I was just wondering if there will be like a version where you can completely remove the HUD, and even to the point where to view the map you'd have to pull out your phone and open up the Maps app on your map and keep your phone, like, you know what I mean? I was just wondering how far they'll go with just that level of immersion, because obviously the less on your screen, the more immersive the game becomes. That's obviously just a fact. And I think I do like it, just getting rid of all the HUDs, getting rid of everything.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But we'll just have to see. There's so many little things that we haven't even thought of that we're going to get to experience. But the one thing that will bother me, do you know how when you play GTA 5, you can switch between the 3 camera modes? I like the one that's like quite close up to the character. So I hope that they don't get rid of that. Like I was playing Horizon the other day, and the camera's panned quite far away from her, and I don't like that. I like it to be quite up close to the character. So little things like that bother me. Like, will it have the right camera angles? Will it? But I'm sure Rockstar will nail it.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. One of the things that I don't like about in GTA 5 is the first person mode. I think in Red Dead 2, I don't really like it as well. It seems to be quite jerky. I hope that's something that they fix in GTA 6. Like, I never found first person mode in, yeah, like 5 and RDR 2 to be like that fantastic. Like, I know there's been people that have done full playthroughs playing in first person of story mode and stuff. I've just never been able to do that. I just find it too janky. It just
I couldn't do a full playthrough in first
no.
person. I think they've overcompensated for movement.
Mm.
It's too janky. It moves too much. Obviously, it's realistic because they've obviously gone for realism. Because when you're moving around in first person, it is quite shaky. But when you're playing a game, it just I don't know. GTA. I think someone commented the other day. It might have been the hidden one. I did a post the other day saying, let's quickly find it. If you'd play in first or third person, and he said playing GTA in first person is like playing Far Cry in third person. It just doesn't feel right. And I completely agree with him. I think it was the
Yeah.
hidden one who dropped that comment. It's just meant to be played in. And didn't Mike York say that the first person for GTA came quite late in development? Didn't he say that they were told quite late on you need to get a first person mode ready? And
I
they quickly
think that's correct.
started to put. I think he recently said that. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's
he's
correct.
brilliant. He is Mike York.
Yeah, say again, sorry?
Mike York is brilliant.
Yeah,
He's
yeah, he's
really
great.
good.
He's great. Michael's, he's awesome. Yeah, like seeing the stuff that he comes out with on his channel. For those of you that don't know, Mike York, ex Rockstar developer that worked on GTA 5. I don't know if he worked on Red Dead 2 or maybe left before that, but he worked on previous Grand Theft Auto titles before that. So he's someone that, has knows the behind the scenes and of what goes on at Rockstar in terms of, or anyways back then of the tech and how it was implemented with animations and which is what he focused on from what I understand. So
Yeah.
hearing
And he's recently explained, I think it was with TGG, he's explained how Rockstar would have made the jiggle physics work, how the different ways. I think TGG did an interview with him recently. I heard some clips from it. I think GTA Infinity posted a video about it.
Yes,
And
he
he
did.
explains how they would have made the jiggle physics actually work. So that's worth having a watch as well.
Yeah, no, 100%. I haven't had a chance to watch it, but from what I understand, it seems like it was a pretty good interview, I think, from what I heard, and especially like the stuff like hearing about like the jiggle physics and stuff like that, and how that all works from his perspective, from what he understands, from his knowledge. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? Because like it's things like that where you go, how do they do it? How do they do it? How do they do it in the way that they do it? And that's what makes Rockstar, right? Like it's not like you can see any other game developer doing it how they do it, and it's just they're in a league of their own.
Rockstar allows some of this technology to be used by other people as well, because we just get better games, don't we?
True.
Hopefully they don't keep it all for themselves forever.
It's a very, very good point. It's funny, isn't it? Because when you think of like Rockstar Games titles, like you think of how well everything is implemented and executed, right? Like you think about, because a lot of game developers, like they'll come out with, they'll come up with an idea and they'll try and implement it, but then it just does not work. It's buggy. The game's not optimized properly. The physics don't seem like right at all. It seems not realistic enough, not fun enough. It's this or it's that, and it just doesn't seem right. Like I know for like you think about other driving open world games, like I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. Some games where like where you crash the car, for example, like even in Saints Row when you crash a car, it just doesn't seem right. But in GTA, it seems like so much more. I don't know how to explain it. It just seems right in GTA games. For some reason, other games just doesn't.
I think it's that'll do. A lot of companies have that'll do as an attitude.
Yeah, it's not good enough.
That's good. That's good enough. Whereas Rockstar are like, no, this needs to be perfect. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Get it perfect. A lot of companies, like with any game, even Ghost of Yotei, one thing I don't like, when you loot in a game, I don't like it when you just sort of hover over the item and it vanishes into your inventory. I like it in Red Dead, the way you have to pick things up. And I just think it's quite lazy. I think to myself, you've spent 5 years developing this game. How hard would it have been to just make the character bend down and pick up the thing? It's so petty, but for me, it just adds that immersion. It makes me feel like linked to the character, linked to the world, like it's actually something real I'm doing. The minute you press triangle, it just goes whoosh and disappears into your inventory. That sort of spoils it a bit for me.
Yeah, yeah, and that's
But again,
yeah.
Red Dead is a bit slow. You can't deny that some of those animations are very slow, and I think the way they're going to combat that, I think everything's going to have an animation, but I think that it's just going to be more efficient. The animations will play out and link together a lot faster.
Yeah, exactly right. And what Jim said in the chat goes, like Mafia 3, the worst. Have you played Mafia 3 or no?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think I've only played like, geez, maybe like an hour of Mafia 3. I never played through the full story, but based off like what people have said, like, yeah, like some of the things in that game don't seem right, and yeah, it's just Rockstar really just are in a league of their own from that perspective. They just really know how to implement everything like well, and for it to be like fun for the player, where it's like, oh, this makes sense, I'm liking it, and everything just seems to fit right. So yeah. That's
apparently the Rage engine's quite difficult for the developers to work with compared to like Unreal and some of the other engines out there. So they've obviously got they've got the best developers in the world working for the best company in the world with the best technology in the world with unlimited resources. So the outcome of that is going to be this game that we're going to get in November, and it's going to be mad.
Yeah.
And I think all these other developers are going to just be terrified. I think Kojima once said it. When I think they dropped a Red Dead trailer, and Kojima I think was working on Metal Gear Solid 5 at the time, and I think he tweeted something along the lines of that he wishes that he could stop making his game, that it's something like it'd never be as good as Rockstar. Like quite jealous of like their ability to build an open world. He said it made him upset, basically. I'll see if I can find the tweet and I'll share it.
Make sure to send that over to me. I'd be very curious to see that. We got GTA Infinity in the chat. How you doing, GTA Infinity? Thank you for joining, man. Very much appreciated. It's
actually GTA Infinity's video who recaps. I think he recaps TGG's interview with Mike York.
Yes, he does. And
so you can get to him from there and watch that video.
Yeah, 100%. And actually, that's something that I can put in the chat, guys. I haven't had a chance to watch GTA Infinity's video on it, but people in the chat, make sure to check it out. He's done an absolutely incredible job. Already 21,000 views on it, pretty insane. It's pretty crazy. Like, the things that Rockstar can do, and like I said, implementing it as well as they can do is crazy. But yeah, guys, make sure to check out GTA Infinity's video on this. It's pretty insane and very well edited. Something that I can't do well. I'm so bad at like doing very good editing. I gotta get better at that. But yeah.
Yeah, he just learns. I think I saw an interview of Mr. Beast once, and he was asked how do you become a better YouTuber, and he said just improve one thing in every video.
Yeah,
and
that's a good
what
point.
I always try my best to do, just one thing in every video.
Yeah. 100%. It definitely does make a difference when you learn like new skills and stuff. It most certainly helps, you improve your videos and all that type of stuff. But back to what you were saying about, was it Hideo Kojima, is that right? About saying about the, what was he, jealous of?
Find the tweet, he was just jealous of Red Dead 2. I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah.
We can carry on talking. I'll just find it.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll just go to the comments in the chat. Infinity goes, react to the jiggle physics part. It's at the beginning of the video. Let's have a look here. Wait, hang on. 1 second. Hold up. Let me turn the audio up and let me change my scene. Here we go. 1 second. Is this up here? Hang on 1 second. Let's go.
Rockstar Games' animator Mike York has recently opened up about Grand Theft Auto 6 and also shared some behind-the-scenes information on Grand Theft Auto 5 and what it was like working there and seeing the game actually release, and also what it was like at the time of the GTA Online coming out. But of course, one of the biggest YouTube creators when it comes to
Think about that.
Mechanics, jiggle physics.
Nice.
Here, hang on.
Jiggle
Would you
physics.
say Red Dead 2 is your favourite game?
Say again, sorry, RockStation?
Would you say Red Dead 2 is your favourite game? Or are you not into Red Dead as much as you are GTA?
I think for me, Red Dead 2, as good of a game as it is, and don't get me wrong, like I think it's an absolutely fantastic masterpiece and obviously something that, will stand the test of time in terms of how fantastic it truly was, and even till this day. For me personally, though, I find for me that, like, obviously it is a Western game, and it's meant to be much more slower paced. I just prefer the more faster, breakneck GTA type style game where it's really sort of in your face, and yeah, I prefer GTA more from that perspective. Not to say that Red Dead 2 is bad by any means from my perspective, but like I just find GTA style games to be more of my preferred than Red Dead. But I mean, playing through the Red Dead 2 story and just exploring the open world, like the attention to detail, like we've already spoken about, and the world itself and how alive it feels. Like even doing stuff like skinning animals and fishing, for example. Like I remember I had my mate over when the game first came out, and he literally he was with me just spending time like the whole time in that day together where where he was just fishing. He was literally just fishing in the game, and that's all he was doing. It's like, isn't that crazy? Where like the game's about
I've done that.
Yeah, there you go. Well, there you go. See, so that's when when you see Rockstar come out with these type of games with the sandbox that they present you with, so many things that you're able to do from like a side activities perspective, random events, just free roaming, causing chaos with police. And that's what makes GTA. It's doing those things and getting lost in the world. So, I'm sure
the pacing's just completely different, isn't it?
Yeah, the pacing's just different. It's not to say that, like I said, it's not to say that Red Dead 2 is bad or anything at all. It's the complete opposite. But yeah, it's just my preferred. I just prefer GTA over Red Dead. But
so I found the tweets. I found the tweets from Kojima, but they were actually about GTA 5. So I got that wrong. So he tweeted on the 11th of July 2013. He said, GTA 5 new trailer was awesome. This free control is future of game, way higher than anywhere. Makes me depressed as a matter of fact. So that was his first tweet. And then his second one, he said, I don't think R5 can reach that level. Rockstar's teams are the best without question. They will pull up the possibility of game. I suppose he means gaming.
Yeah, I just brought up the first...
For someone of that level to be saying that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's insane. I just brought up the first tweet on stream. And I can see it here. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, wow. July 2013. That was a couple months before. I'm assuming that was would have been the gameplay trailer at the time. I think if we line up the dates right, I think the gameplay trailer was released July. Makes me depressed as a matter of fact. Yeah, that's I feel like it's just one of those things that a lot of other game developers are just like they just can't. It's just too hard to compete with Rockstar. They just can't do it. They'll just never be. It's just very difficult to be on the level that they are at, and I don't think.
Yeah, and sometimes it's best not to watch them. Sometimes it's best not to watch other people and just do your own thing because it can get you depressed. You just think to yourself, I'll never be this good, but you will. You just have to stick to your own lane.
Yeah, no, 100%. Moving on to something else I want to talk about. Still GTA, of course, but. What's your thoughts on of what we heard about like a few years back with Jason Schreier saying Rockstar's plan is to like update the game over time, adding like new locations, new missions and cities and that stuff. Like I would say it might have been referring to GTA 6 Online at the time of that post that he made. Like, do you think it is going to be like an ever-evolving world like we have heard with rumors and reports saying that, we're going to see expansions to like the rumored Cuba or rumored like Gloriana, Georgia? Like, do you think that we are going to be getting like expansions like that with in GTA Online, next GTA Online?
100%. I think Jim put a comment about, he said, GTA 6 isn't just a game for Rockstar, it's more than a futuristic marketing project. He's right, it's a platform. So GTA 6 is being built to be a platform.
Yeah.
As simple as that. Obviously, I don't think they're going to skimp out on the single player just to sort of get us onto the online. I still think the single player will be a fully thought out, brilliant experience. But the whole point of this is obviously the trajectory that GTA Online can put everything on. Because obviously, I think the last version of Online caught them off guard. I think they expected it to run for a few years and then to switch it off. But obviously, this time they can prepare. And they know what to expect. They know what kind of content people want. And I'm wondering what we're going to get on day one, let alone what will come in future DLCs. Because I think we will get map expansions. I think we'll get characters returning. But I'm just thinking, how much content is online going to be packed with on day one? And hopefully it's not just a copy and paste of of the last one. Do you know what I mean? We need something fresh and new.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think if Rockstar have the plan to like, you know, introduce this next online and just come out with, you know, some new businesses or something like that, I don't think that's going to happen at all. I think, you know, with what we have seen, I really do think that it's going to be those map expansions that we are going to be seeing, like Gloriana, Cuba, whatever other locations that, you know, they can probably think of coming up with to introduce, which I think is going to be really, really cool if they do choose to do that. I think it's also as well, like, you know, from, like you also said that, did you say that you think it's going to be like day one that they're going to come out with the next online? Is that what you said? Like as soon as GTA 6, like...
Oh, no, I mean day one of online. I think that what's going to happen is, I think GTA, the new version of GTA Online will drop in December, and I think it'll replace where the Christmas DLC would usually drop. And it will just make, and GTA Online will just continue on that path. And then a new one will come in the summer and so forth. I mean, they may not start doing content drops that quickly. They may give it a year to breathe. But I'm really confident in December for the drop of GTA Online.
Yeah, I think that makes sense because, I mean, with what we have seen with, you know, what do you call it? Sorry, sorry, I just have the trailer playing in the background on my other screen here. Sorry, I was just going to have this play in the background. But yeah, like with GTA Online launching in December time, I think that does make sense when you really think about it, because like with what we've seen with GTA 5 and with Red Dead Online, GTA Online launch, I think it was like October 2013, I think, from memory. I think it was like I think it was like a week and a half after the story mode. And then I think
it was a month, wasn't it? I think they gave it around 4 weeks, if I remember correctly.
Let me check.
They gave us enough time to complete the game. They gave us exactly enough time to complete the story, and then online dropped.
So yeah,
which is probably what they'll do.
So the launch of GTA Online, I've just loaded up here, October 1st, 2013. And then the initial release of GTA 5 was September 17th. Yeah. So
a couple of weeks, yeah.
So it's about pretty much, about a couple of weeks. And I think with Red Dead Online, what about Red Dead Online? I think that might have been a bit later. I think it might have been a month launch. Let's have a look here.
One thing they're not going to do is they're not going to give you a choice between the story and online straight away. They want you to do both. So they're going to want everyone to have completed the game before they drop online.
Yeah.
Plus they can also get some teething issues out the way when they see how the world reacts to millions of players actually being in it.
Yeah, exactly right. There's so many things, right? Like, do you remember when GTA Online first came out? You remember how buggy that first mission was with Lamar, that race mission?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that was so.
Overall, it was a bit lackluster, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, at the time, like, it was. I think because it wasn't a smooth launch at all, and I think from that perspective at the time, like, yes, obviously it was a new GTA, but I think I just don't think it wasn't all that interesting, was it? Like doing just like a little race and then you're sort of let on into the world. So hopefully they come out with something better in GTA, in the next GTA Online, because I mean, I think they can sort of do a better job with introducing us. But
what are you picturing in your head when you say that?
I think
specifically.
Yeah, it's a great question. I think the thing is, off the top of my head,
when you actually get into the game and what will make it different? What will make it special for you?
You mean in online?
I mean online.
Yeah,
online specifically. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that's a really good question. I think. Look, you know how they did with GTA 5 Online, how the character sort of comes down. Like, I thought they did a really good job, like in the plane. You know how your character you see a character inside the plane and then it sort of like touches down. Yeah. I think that was really cool. I think that was a pretty neat way to introduce you into GTA Online. But I think they can make it interactive in GTA 6 Online. I want us to be like, maybe it's like a way where, off the top of my head, just thinking, I came out with a video on this probably a few weeks back. Like maybe we see, our new characters in GTA Online. I don't really want to see our existing characters getting transferred across into this next online. I don't want to see that. I don't know about how you feel on that. But for me personally, I want us to see, new fresh start, new characters that we have to create. And then, we take a plane. Let's say maybe it is from I don't know, Los Santos or where I don't know how they'll do it, but and you take a plane, you go from there to Vice City, and you're actually inside the plane, right? So you're inside the plane, you can actually interact with the things around it, and that's how you get introduced into the next online. Like I reckon that'll be way better. I think something like that would be like groundbreaking and revolutionary when you think about it. So from that perspective, I think they can really knock it out of the park with making it interactive and really immersive this time around. So yeah.
I think they need to shoot with a lot of realism for online. Like I want the first sort of few hours to be actually running a proper business, doing something, not like going around on a flying bike, like going into some military base. It's just, I want it to be realistic jobs, you know what I mean? Like you really do at the start of building like a criminal empire.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I think,
and I want them to. I don't want to be doing biker sales missions.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It really annoys me about GTA Online. Like, it'll give me like 4 garbage trucks, and I'm thinking to myself, but I clearly own a big lorry. Why can't we just use the lorry today? You know what I mean? Can't I go to the garage, get my lorry, and use that instead?
Mate, they are the worst.
They were designed for they were designed for multiplayer, weren't they? They obviously haven't updated them since. But the newer stuff is more aimed at solo players. But I thought to myself, like, why would you jump into my game and deliver one of my garbage trucks for me? I've never really thought why you'd do that. Like,
yeah. It's quite. I find it quite silly that when you do like those type of missions where it's like, you know, you have to, like, so say you're promoting a nightclub and you have to use the van or whatever to deliver some goods to the buyer, and it's just like, come on, it's like, why can't I just use this like vehicle? Why can't I use this or whatever? But I will say though, I think sort of branching off from that, in regards to like futuristic vehicles, do you want to see futuristic vehicles make their return, or do you want them to be gone?
See, I would originally say no, I don't want them, but from a grinding point of view, you got to think about it. The map's going to be much bigger. So when you're a couple of years into online and the grind really kicks in, you're going to want a fast vehicle that you can use to whip around the map.
True.
So I don't know, maybe not straight away, but maybe later on. It's just that the Oppressor is such a convenient vehicle when you grind.
Yeah, that's true.
It just is, from getting to place to place. But yeah, they can ruin it. And it's more about the people riding them than the actual vehicle itself, I'd say. Yeah,
I would half agree with that, but I think it's also the fact that it just makes it makes the GTA universe feel quite like loose and disconnected, because like from like the story mode, and just I don't feel like it would necessarily makes all that much sense, because like you think about I think probably around the Doomsday heist, I think that came out 2017, I think, if memory serves me correctly. And like I feel like ever since that came out, that's when we started seeing those futuristic elements like the jetpack, and I think the Oppressor came out maybe a few months or a year later. And you know, when you started seeing stuff like that, you're like, oh, this is like, why are they going all futuristic? It's like, I was starting to become quite disinterested.
San Andreas, obviously the jetpack came from San Andreas, didn't it? So it could all just be a callback to that. We can't really accuse them of going futuristic because they were futuristic in San Andreas. They may have taken it a bit too far, but they're just calling back to that original jetpack, really, aren't they?
Yeah, maybe they are. Maybe they are. Like, I think it's more along the lines of like, I guess like with our character doing missions, and it sort of felt like especially with that heist, that we sort of had to like save the world sort of thing. Like we're a top, secret agent, and we have to, the world's coming crashing down or whatever. And it just sort of felt like unlike GTA, and that's what I didn't specifically like about that update. But I think once they came out with, I thought the Diamond Casino was pretty good. I thought the Contract DLC was really good with Franklin Lamar and Dr. Dre. I thought that was a really good DLC.
Yeah, the Contract was really
the Contract was great. I thought that was a really good DLC. And then also,
Trip Tanks just put in the chat, in 2026, futuristic vehicles are just called vehicles.
Actually, you know what? Now that's actually a very good point. That's actually quite a good point.
Thinking about it,
when you think about it, because I mean nowadays, obviously with electric vehicles, hybrid type of vehicles, making their becoming more of the norm, and I guess also as well with how the world is moving really fast nowadays with AI and stuff like that. I guess the argument could be made that maybe what I'm saying is perhaps maybe wrong. Maybe I guess we are in the future at the moment, and maybe they're just going to leave it that way, or maybe we will see a presses return, but maybe they'll just put their spin on it. But I still personally don't really want to see those vehicles come into the game. But I mean, I guess we just have to wait and see until we obviously get closer.
They were introduced into the game as a mechanic for the grind, weren't they? So I suppose once you've in 10 years' time, once you know the GTA 6 map like the back of your hand, when you know every street, every area, and the thought of driving across the whole map to do a delivery for your business is daunting, then you could potentially look at a flying vehicle or a futuristic vehicle. But I know for the first few years, I'm going to drive around every inch, every corner of the map, because it would be so easy to miss things like random encounters, strangers, animals moving around. And I'm going to put so many hours into this game. I've got about 2,000 hours in Red Dead 2.
2,000? Wow, that's impressive.
2,000, yeah. And I've seen people with like 15, 20,000 hours in GTA 5. So we've got some records to try and beat next at the end of this year.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. That's that's crazy, man. 2,000 hours. That's pretty remarkable.
It is, isn't it?
I definitely have not done that.
It's actually a bit worrying. Is it a bit worrying, that amount of hours?
Maybe. I know that. I think. I think one of my friends back in the day with Black Ops 2, I think he put like, how many days was it into that game? I think he put like, it was like 40 days or something crazy. I don't know what that is in hours off the top of my head, but yeah, like it's insane when you think about it like that. But yeah, did you 100% complete the game, like with all the achievements and stuff like that? Or
I don't think I've 100%ed it either.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
It's just I'll play it and then I'll just play it again and then I'll play it again, and a lot of that was Red Dead Online as well.
Right.
Mixed in there.
Yeah, interesting.
I got addicted to Red Dead Online.
Yeah, I didn't really get into Red Dead Online that much. I just didn't really fancy it all that much. I didn't think there was really anything interesting coming out about it in regards to like updates or anything like that. So it's kind of sad though, because I think Rockstar were really just prioritizing GTA Online way more. So yeah, it's sad when you think about it.
There's going to be so much sort of Red Dead elements in GTA 6. Like I think as soon as you go out into the wilderness, you're just going to think, yeah, this is Red Dead.
Oh man, 100%. And the thing is, let me just bring it up here. I don't know if you can see it on your screen if you're watching the stream from your perspective, but where is it here? I think it is in. Is it the grass? No, it's not the grass zero. I think it's Mount Caligar. Pretty sure it is. I think it's this one right here. There was like a comparison between Red Dead 2, like a wilderness screenshot, and GTA 6's screenshot with this one here. And like the level of detail in both, level of detail in GTA 6's one absolutely like smashes Red Dead 2. And it's crazy because in 2018, how good Red Dead 2 looked. And like now, I'll bring it up and see if I can try and find it. GTA 6 comparison.
I mean, it still looks good now.
Yeah, that's true. It still does.
Apart from the FPS.
True. Apart from the FPS. I think it's just, here we go. Found it. Not this one. That's Batista. That's Jason and Arthur. It's just, here we go. This is the one. So obviously it's quite pixelated because, it's someone's uploaded it to the Reddit page and it's become quite compressed. But yeah, you can see like up the top there, like the difference compared to GTA 6 is just like, it's crazy. You can see the reflections in the water in the GTA 6 screenshot, like how much more detailed it looks. It's like, it's just crazy to me.
How are they doing this on console though? That's what we have to ask ourselves.
I know. I don't know how. I don't know. And that's
base PS5.
And it's a base PS5. Like what? How man? How? That's remarkable. It's it truly goes to show you that they really are, the leaders of the industry, and this is why. So.
Yeah, I remember seeing an old interview with Dan Houser where he says that we squeeze every bit out of the hardware right up until the end. And that's why Rockstar games tend to come out later in the console cycles. Yeah. Because they have enough time to sort of know exactly what the consoles are capable of before they drop their game and how far can we actually push this game on this console. Yeah. You can't really tell at the start of a console's life cycle if that's the case.
Yeah, it's always hard to tell, isn't it? It's always so difficult to tell at the very start. But like you think about how GTA 5 was on the 360 and PS3. Like obviously now we look back on it and we go, geez, it looks absolutely awful. But I mean, like when it first came out, like how do they do it so good? How do they get everything working, really well at that time? Like I find it quite insane to me how they actually got it working. No, that's not good. How's that happened? Reconnection successful.
We did pretty well, man. We did an hour before any issues.
Yeah, an hour before any issues. I think we're back. I think we might be back. Are we back, guys? Hopefully we're back. I think we're reconnected now. I don't know why it drops out though, because it happened in my last stream and I haven't been streaming via Kick, so I don't know what the issue is there. Are we back? I think we're back. Jim goes, hi everyone. Are you there? Are you there, RockStation?
Yeah, I'm still here, mate.
Oh, you're still here. Okay, looks like we're back. Yo Squeeze goes, we're back. Yes. Okay. All right. I don't know what happened there. All good now. Looks like we're back. Yeah, I don't know what the situation is with me as of recent. Like I said, I've multi-streamed via Kick last few days ago, and now today it's my first stream that I've done over an hour. And don't seem to be having the best of luck with streaming in the last few days. So I don't know what the true issue is.
Mate, as you just said, it seemed that cut off exactly bang on an hour. There isn't anything in your settings that caps the streams at an hour, is there, or anything like that? Because it's just convenient that exactly an hour after we streamed, it did that. I don't know. I might just be overthinking.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I don't know specifically. Yeah, I don't know if anything. I don't know. Yeah, is there like a setting with that? I don't know because apparently there's no sound. People are saying
the sound has gone. Yeah.
I'm still here. That's weird. Oh. Apparently there's no sound. Oh, it's so annoying. You know, it's funny. You buy a PC, and it's it's a lot of money, and you want it to work, and it doesn't work. It's very frustrating. Sorry, RockStation. Sorry, mate.
I spent all this money on a Mac. It's okay. I spent all this money on a Mac, and then I'm starting to realise I might need a PC. Yeah, they can hear us now.
Okay, and are we back, guys? Sound is perfect for me. Road to Leonida goes. Sound is perfect, loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
Okay, all right, we're all good. We're back. I just don't know why we dropped out there. I had the gameplay showing up on the screen there. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. I don't know why that would have anything to do with it, though. It doesn't really make any sense. Seems like
we're back.
Macs are trash, bro. Well, Macs aren't trash because, I did, 30 plus streams and it worked perfectly fine for pretty much nearly all of them. And now I switched to the PC and, how many streams have I done? Done my third stream now overall, and I've already had issues. So, yeah, I don't know why. I don't know how to fix it properly. And it's funny because my network's fine, my internet speed's fine. So, anyways, it's good that we're back though. So we'll keep talking about what we're talking about, and then hopefully we don't cut out again. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, just talking about was it GTA? Yeah, GTA 5. There, like on the 360, like back in the day, like how that was. Like you think about back then, to now, like it's a massive difference, right? They've done a fantastic job. And, I guess we just have to really wait and see, how great GTA 6 is going to be on console, and it's all we've already seen on base PS5, like you said, how good it's been. Like it's insane. It's insane. So yeah, man.
Yeah. I will eventually get a PC. I'll get one in time for the PC drop of GTA 6, but they're just so expensive. I was looking at one, it was about $3,500, and it's just like, do I really want to invest that amount of money to just play one game? So it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely like a significant amount of money. Don't get me wrong, like it's crazy. Like it's pretty wild. Like, obviously PCs are quite pricey, they're quite expensive, and obviously depending on which one you go for, obviously the prices differ. Like if you want a better graphics card, if you want a better RAM, or if you want better this, better that, it can be quite, it's not like, I guess.
Well, my logic would be, if I'm going to do it, if I'm going to invest over 2,000, I might as well just get as high end as it can possibly go if I'm going to invest that money anyway. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
that's true. No, that's
I will eventually one day.
Yeah, I think I highly recommend, like, if you do have the budget for it, to definitely invest in one. But I do think that switching from Mac to PC, you're definitely going to be running into, like, if you've been a Mac user like your whole life, for example, switching from a Mac to a PC can be quite tough because you have to sort of learn new skills, you have to learn like new things and stuff. And for someone like myself, last month I've had this PC, last month and a half. Sorting out audio issues with, I guess, streaming and stuff like that, like how I'm doing at the moment with you. It's just been an absolute nightmare. But yeah, hopefully fine tuning and getting everything working correctly will will hopefully be much better. But I guess it's just one of those things that you just sort of got to like learn over a period of time. So yeah, are you more of a Mac user, more of a PC like user, or?
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, I had an iMac for a few years because I used to produce music. And when I decided to start doing this, I bought myself a little MacBook and then realised, why didn't I just have a MacBook the whole time? But I mean, I've used PCs. I've got a Windows laptop for work and that, so I can flick between the two. But for making videos, you just can't beat the Mac. It's just so efficient, quick.
Yeah, you can't beat it. You definitely can't beat it.
Because I don't really like I don't like the thought of, having a little monitor screen sitting in a gaming chair in a room to game. I like gaming on my telly in my living room.
Yeah, no,
which I know you can do with a PC, but it's not the same experience, is it? Because you need the mouse and keyboard. And
correct. Exactly right. Yeah, I'm not really like a fan of like PC games playing with like a mouse and keyboard. I don't particularly like it too much. I think it works for like first person shooter games, but definitely not third person shooter games. I don't think it works that well. From my perspective anyways, from the little bit of tests that I've done with some games so far. And look, I've only had it for a month and a half, so other people probably have I guess better responses to that. People that have had PCs for way longer than I've had. But yeah, I think I guess like speaking about GTA 6 in terms of the launch itself, like we know that it is coming out solely on console, and based off what we understand, I mean, it does seem like the PC release will probably be about a year later. Do you think the PC release is going to be about a year later?
I think McTalon was recently speaking about this, and I think I agree with him that I don't think it'll quite be a year. I still think they're going to give a bit of space between the drops of it, but I think it'll be a lot quicker than people are expecting. Because obviously they've had more time to prepare for it. So I think I agree with him. I think it'll be around 6 months after.
6 months after. That's interesting.
Yeah, McTalon spoke about it on one of his live streams, and he was just saying that he just thinks that they'll do it a bit sooner than they would have done before.
Interesting.
But we'll just have to see.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. I guess we just have to wait and see, because we don't really know specifically about how it's all really going to go down for sure. We're just obviously making these predictions, and it's all guesswork, really. Well, I guess for the most part, it's guesswork. I mean, I guess some parts of it is, basing it off what they've done in the past. With the release of the PC version of GTA 5, that was like April 2015. And 5 released in September 2013. So what's that, about a year and 7 months, I think, if math serves me correctly, if I got that right. And like,
maths definitely is not my strong suit.
It's not my strong suit either, my friend. Definitely not. And then with Red Dead 2, I think about a year later. So I don't know, about 6 months. I think that might be a little bit too soon, but I guess we just have to wait and see.
Yeah, because you need to make sure everyone's actually double dipping, don't you?
Yeah, exactly right.
If you're a PC user and you think, I've only got to wait 6 months, you might think, I'll leave it then. Whereas if it's a year, you'll think, I'll buy it on PlayStation, then I'll buy it on PC. So you might be right there.
Yeah, I just think that makes the most sense. But anything could happen really. But I feel like the more likely scenario is probably us seeing probably about a year out, I would say, if I had to put my prediction out there and say when I think it's going to release. But yeah, I guess moving on to,
will you play on PC again?
Sorry,
will you play on PC as well as console when it drops, or are you just going to stick with the console?
Like when the PC version comes out.
Yeah, I mean, how many times are you going to have already completed it by then?
You know what I mean? That's a very good point.
Might be a bit.
Yeah, I guess it's just too hard to say at the moment. I mean, like, I feel like the natural transition probably would be to go to the PC, I guess, to test it out and see how that goes. I don't even have like.
It's going to be the best version, isn't it?
Yeah, it will be, and especially with mods.
The PS6 version to look at as well.
Oh my god, man!
So you're going to play it a couple of times on your PS5 Pro or your PS5. Then you're going to play it on the PS6, and then it's going to be, should we really go in on the PC again you know what I mean? I assume the PS6 version will be similar to the PC version anyway.
Interesting. Yeah, I think it will sort of be like, how the PS3 version, the PS4 version was like definitely like it was a bit of a leap there with from a graphics perspective in GTA 5. Because that came out, 2014, I think, the PS4 version, Xbox One version. And they came out with the trailer for it, and it definitely looked different. It looked improved, I will
You're
say.
really good with dates, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I'm just remembering it like off the top of my head, because I know 2013 was when the Xbox One and PS4 came out, and then it was like about, it was about a year later. So I think it's about right, anyways. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think I'm getting the dates right. But
I think I'm going to go with you. You're reading these dates off the top of your head, so I'm going to trust you with them.
Yeah, I tend to be pretty good with dates in regards to like, I feel like because I've done this for like for so long with like researching specifically Rockstar related stuff, I feel like the dates just sort of ingrained in my head now. So it just sort of gets to that point.
What was the trigger for you to start doing this? What made you start doing it? You asked me at the start, but I didn't ask you.
Yeah, great question. Yeah, the thing is, at the start when I first was making making videos and coming out with stuff for the channel, at the time, like it was just me, my microphone and the laptop, like, and now it's just gone to the point where it's just like so many things around me, which is crazy. In terms of cameras and lights and stuff like this. But yeah, I guess the reason for me starting is I wanted to just sort of talk about something that I'm passionate about. I know it sounds a bit cliche, but I mean, for someone like myself, that's grown up with, the GTA games, loving Grand Theft Auto and Rockstar Games titles, I just really want to sort of, talk about how much I love what they do and express and get it out there. And, at the time I was just sort of, obviously I still have fun making videos and all that type of stuff. Obviously back then, because, it's sort of early days and you're just sort of coming out with anything that you sort of can come up with at the time, because you got to think about it. I started August 2022, and that was a month before the leaks came out. The leaks did come out, it was September 22. And from that point onwards, there was so many things to like talk about at that time. And I was like, oh, wow, this is so much fun. We actually got like a big GTA 6 leak. We got so much gameplay to get into. Like, wow, like this is crazy. And
just overwhelmed by information.
Mate, it was just overwhelming. And that's when I was getting like really, really like excited to just come out with like videos talking about what happened and stuff like that. Because I mean, even before that point, I was like hyped, don't get me wrong, but it was like GTA 6 was sort of like a myth back then, because like, we didn't see any trailers. We just saw that big leak that came out, and that definitely ignited the flame really early on from a content creation perspective for this game. Because before that point, it was just a lot of people putting clickbait nonsense out there and, that type of thing. But, yeah, I don't know if I really answered that question that well, but I guess just really being really passionate about, I guess Rockstar titles and just sort of wanting to express, how my love for it and admiration for, the worlds that they build. So, yeah, and here we are now today.
That's a really good answer.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
It's always it has to be out of a place of love, doesn't it? And,
yeah, exactly.
Passion.
100%.
Why, people gravitate to it when you're passionate about it, and you show that, and people can relate.
Yeah, for sure. No, 100%. I think if you,
I think part of it for me was, oh no, you carry on. Sorry.
No, you go. I was just adding, but you go.
Part of it for me, I used to always speak to my missus about, I look at this in the GTA 6 trailer, look at this screenshot, and she's like, oh yeah, that's good. So maybe I thought to myself, oh, let's see if I can talk to someone about GTA 6 who actually wants to listen. Because, fair, but she's not really into it herself, like.
Yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? Because like, I know for someone like myself, like talking about like GTA and stuff like that, if you don't have anyone that really is interested in it the way that you're interested in it, because I mean, someone can be like, oh, that's cool that you do that GTA thing, or you talk about GTA, or you like that thing, but like, I don't like it the way you like it, sort of thing. It's like it sort of can be hard to relate to that person. But when you speak to people that have the same high level of interest that you have in something that you're interested in, it makes a difference from like a conversational perspective.
Exactly, and it shows, yeah.
And it shows, like me
shows,
and you talking at the moment, like we spoke off air for like, what was it 10, 15 minutes before we went live, and we hadn't spoken before. Yes, we messaged and that, but we hadn't actually like spoken vocally to each other. And then now actually being live together, talking, it's like we've known each other for like a while. Like, you know, we're just chatting GTA and
the
Rockstar.
conversation just feels so natural.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And that's just because of similar interests and passion. Yeah, it's pretty good, man. Like, I'm so glad that I decided to do this, because my Twitter was growing, and I just thought to myself one day, it doesn't really, like, it's all well and good growing this Twitter following, but what if I was able to transition this to YouTube and get something going on YouTube? Because that's a lot more meaningful, and it gives me a much better creative outlet. And the actually making videos, I'm finding quite addictive at the moment. I think over the last couple of weeks, I may have dropped too many videos. When I look back at it, I think, or maybe I went a bit overboard. But the ideas are constantly flowing. I like the process, you know, and yeah, why not just keep going?
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. I think the thing is, if you are passionate about something, and you know, if you can get to a point where you can make a living out of it, I mean, like that's the winner chicken dinner, like, you know what I mean? Like that's the North Star that you want to try and get to. And but
I mean, that's sort of like the benefit. That's not what you should chase or
100%, 100%.
You know, that's just one of the luxuries that comes with it. If you do everything right,
yeah,
you know, and you're
exactly
humble,
right,
and you do everything right, then you get those benefits. For me at the moment, it's just about getting the ideas out there, getting my thoughts out there, and it's just nice that there are people that come into the comments, that like the videos, that subscribe.
Yeah, 100%.
And you sometimes think to yourself, wow, you know, a lot of people, more people than I ever expected, are following me at the moment. I never thought it would grow to even the level it's at now. So it's a bit nerve-wracking to think what it will be this time next year, what it could be like in 2 years. But you just go one day at a time, one post at a time, one video at a time, don't you? Yeah,
exactly right. I think if you start looking too far into the future, you sort of like get quite lost in yourself. Of, you know, I think like you said, you just sort of have to take it day by day, because, I mean, you know, like it can all change in 1 minute, and at 1 second, so 1 moment, I should say.
Once Rockstar open those floodgates, it's going to be very overwhelming.
Yeah,
I don't think people are ready. It's going to be crazy. No. Everyone will be reappearing on Twitter again. Everyone will be back on YouTube.
Yeah,
it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, especially when the third trailer and the pre-orders go live, like that's when you know, obviously when things start kicking up quite a fair bit, like we've spoken about earlier in the live stream. That's going to make a massive difference in terms of the hype, because obviously at the moment, and also like you said earlier, you know, it is at a low point at the moment, and that's understandable. Like, you know, because, you know, it has been, well, what, 7 months or so since they last came out with something, which of course was the second trailer and the screenshots. So, I think if they can,
seems so long ago.
Yeah, it's so long ago. Just to the chat though, we've got Rob's in the chat, a fellow watcher of my live streams that comes on in a lot of live streams I do. How you doing, man? What's up, everyone? How you doing? Who else have we got in the chat? I haven't been that responsive to the chat. I do apologize. We got Il Puma, who's in the chat. And I apologize about my voice as well. Seems like I'm losing it. That's not too great. We got Kick Up a Storm, Yo Vice. We got Durek758. Got Jim, who's in the chat. Road to Leonardo. Victor, of course, as well. Drew. Hamoud. You know, one of the things, RockStation, that I'm worried about when the game launches is, like, what about if, like, one of us, like, hopefully I haven't jinxed it here, like, loses our voice or something like that. Oh my god, that's going to be an absolute nightmare.
I said to my 11-year-old
or getting sick.
I said, do you want... Yeah, I said to my 11-year-old son, do you fancy voicing the intro for one of my videos? And he was like, no. But you've just gave me a thought. Now, if I ever get ill, you might hear him doing the videos.
Oh my god, that's so funny. That's hilarious. That's crazy. Yeah.
I said to him, do you want to come here and just do the intro for my video? And he just was terrified and said no.
That's so funny. That's crazy.
It would have been good, but I never pressure him to do that.
Yeah. That's understandable. But I think, I mean, obviously when it does come out, I feel like. I've spoken to Cyberboy about this and other GTA 6 YouTubers that it kind of will feel like, I feel like at the time that for us creators, because, you know, when it's out, it's sort of like a double-edged sword, right? Like, you want to enjoy the game, but also like you sort of feel like pressed and overwhelmed to like make content. So I feel like that's going to be,
Yeah, that's the issue. Yeah,
yeah,
that's the issue. That's what I'm terrified of, because
yeah,
the moment it wasn't so bad for me with trailer 2 because I was tweeting, I wasn't really creating videos. But I'd imagine for you, the minute trailer 2 dropped, and because they ghost dropped it, we had no expectation it was coming. Your mind probably went into overdrive, because rather than being able to sit there and enjoy that trailer, you're instantly thinking of like 3, 4, 5 video ideas. I've got to do this. I've got to do this.
I
I've got to
know.
I've got to load up my laptop. And it goes from you being a fan that can enjoy the content to it becoming like something that you've got to take a bit more seriously. You've got to analyze. You've got to break it down a bit more, which isn't a bad thing, but it changes your experience of how you view the content when they drop it.
Yeah, 100%. It definitely changes up the mindset from like a fan to like creator mode, like straight away. And I think you can sort of get lost in yourself when that sort of thing happens, when new stuff comes out. Because I remember when trailer 2 came out, I've said this a few times on the stream, that I was out at the time when it launched, and I was like, oh my God. And I was like racing home, and I was like speeding and stuff. Don't speed, guys. And and yeah, got home, loaded up the laptop and everything, and got the camera out and stuff, and turned it all on. And I was like, I think 30 minutes late or something like that, and started the stream off. And yeah, like, I mean, obviously you're seeing everything. You sort of go like, you sort of think from what you said, like there's so many video ideas that you can make and stuff like that, rather than thinking, just enjoying, you know, the content, enjoying what we're seeing. And yeah, that it can be a tough thing to balance, most definitely. And I think,
And there's also that race to be first, isn't there?
Yeah,
Well,
of
to be
course.
as close to first as possible,
Yeah,
because timing
100%.
is everything when
Yeah.
this happens. However, you know, your audience will be there for you. If you're dropping good quality content, and you know, and your audience will be there for you. It's going to be an interesting time when this new set of content drops, because I think it will be a surprise drop again. I don't think we're going to have any warning, so we're going to fall into that refreshing your Twitter, seeing the trailer there, then going into panic mode. I didn't really get to enjoy that trailer. I didn't watch the first trailer in full until probably about an hour later. I was watching bits of it and then stopping and screenshotting, and then, you know, doing a tweet and going back and forth.
Yeah, yeah.
TGG said it in that round table. You just need to just enjoy. I said this to you on WhatsApp yesterday, I think it was, that I'm just going to
Yeah, we're
load
talking
up
about it.
my own save file of the game, and I'm going to let my Mac record it for the purpose of the review and stuff like that. But I'm just going to have my own few hours playing it before I even start recording the Let's Play series and stuff like that. Because I
Yeah.
don't want that moment to be taken away by me trying to rush through it to get the content out there, like you said.
Yeah, no, it's a great point. So you will be doing a Let's Play? Like an actual walkthrough?
I'm going to do I'm going to do just like a Let's Play series, probably 30-40 minute episodes. I don't know, by then I might just go live. I don't know. I haven't quite decided on the live stuff yet, but I've really enjoyed this today. So this has given me a bit of an inkling into, you know, what the live side of it's like, and I may start going live a bit more. To be
Yeah,
honest,
yeah,
and see how it
100%,
goes.
man. I highly recommend you do. I know for me, I think when it is out, like live streaming, I said this to you on messages yesterday, like, I don't know about live streaming the first, like, bit of time that I'm spending with the game. Like, I don't know if I want to do that. Like, there's a lot of things playing into my mind, like, from the perspective as in, like, yes, I can easily
You
just...
don't want to share your first experience, do you? You want it for yourself, which is understandable.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I sort of feel the same in a way.
I guess that's quite a selfish thing to say, but I mean, like, I guess when we've all been waiting so long, I feel like a lot of us need to be quite selfish and I'm talking about from a creator perspective here, that I think a lot of us need to just really enjoy it for ourselves for the time being, and then you know, the game will be out.
And that goes
you know?
for everyone as well, not
Yeah.
just creators. I mean, obviously, while
True,
we're putting
true.
out content, people are going to be playing the game themselves.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's true.
So I don't think it's necessarily selfish. I think the best way, the way that I'm going to do it is, I'm going to do a Let's Play series, which means I can control when I record the episodes. So I'll play the game on my own save file just for my enjoyment for a few hours, and then I'll load up a new save file, which will be separate. And just every now and then I'll pop in for half hour and just replay the game section by section for the video. But it won't take away from... I'll try and never let myself on the playthrough get ahead of where I am on my personal save file.
Yeah, that's a good point. So you'll make like multiple saves, from what you said, is that right?
Yeah, I'll just do 2 saves. One for me to play personally, which will be my main save, and then the other one I'll jump in just to record the Let's Play
Yeah,
series.
that's a good idea. That's a great way of doing it, actually. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
a
that way you're still getting the videos out for people to watch and enjoy, but it's not necessarily live.
yes, yes, yes. I think that's a pretty good way of looking at it, actually. You could, I guess you could probably do like in the other save, for example, like let's say you do your own personal like let's play, right? And I guess, oh, like you do like your let's play like for yourself and like for your audience, right? And then you have the other one where you just sort of like record like footage and stuff of like the game. And is that what you're trying to say? Like record like like random stuff that happens in the game, or like live streaming on that save
Yeah,
file?
so what I'm going to try and do is, it may be a bit of hassle, but what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and record just on my personal save the entire game, or as much of it as I can, because obviously when you're putting a review together, you might want to refer back to a specific moment that you'll never get again. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So I'm just going to set up my Mac with OBS just to record, and then I'm just going to let it just record in the background while I play it. Just so I've got the footage for the review, for the just certain different videos I want to make, just so that I don't miss anything. And then the gameplay episodes I'll just do individually off the other save file.
Yeah, I think that's a
When
pretty good way.
Reviews are quite difficult to put together. I did one for Mafia and I did one for the GTA Online update, but they're a lot more difficult to put together than just a standard video, because the footage has to match what you're talking about. So, and I found out the hard way with Mafia when I tried to put that review together and I hadn't recorded half the footage. So then I was going back into the game and trying to find the moments that would match what I was talking about. Whereas if you've just got all the footage there, then you can just go through and it's easier to match everything up.
Yeah, that's true. That's a pretty good point. I think that might be a very good way of actually like handling, how you're sort of going to do it when you actually come out with content for the game. I didn't think of something like that. That's probably a pretty good way of doing it, to be perfectly honest.
I mean, I've probably got a list in my notes of probably 100 video ideas that sort of go between sort of just now, when we get trailer 3, when we get
Yes.
pre-orders, and when the game drops. So if I ever come up with an idea, sometimes I'll just pull out my notes and I'll just jot down 5 or 6 quick ideas.
Yeah.
And it don't take long to develop them into full video ideas. And I've probably got maybe 100 sitting in my phone.
Yeah,
So when
wow.
people say, oh, I think someone commented on, was it your video the other day, saying like, I'm impressed by all the people that are still making content with no news. There's always something to talk about.
Yeah,
Always.
100%, 100%. And
There's
there's
always
like
a detail someone's missed. Or
yeah,
something new you can look at.
no. And I also think as well, like I've done like a lot of like sort of like wish list, sort of like more things we want type of videos, and I like getting people in my comments section, like coming up with different ideas and sort of getting them involved as well, like while we wait. And I think that's sort of been pretty well received from a lot of people that have watched those type of videos on my channel. And I like doing those type of videos. Especially because we don't really have many things to really talk about at the moment. We have had, obviously yesterday we had that thing with Henderson, and we've also had, and I do want to bring it up, I just hope that I don't drop out here, and that is, did you see the new map update by Giannis, by any chance?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is this one right here, and once I change it, hopefully, like I said, it doesn't drop out, we'll see. This is this one right here.
I think Game Roll posted it, didn't he?
So this is the one
That's where I
by
saw it.
yeah. So Game Roll posted it out on his Twitter account, but this is just me here showing it up on the Reddit page that someone put it out. So this is version 10 by Giannis, who's part of the mapping Discord community. And what do you make of the map so far? Like, how do you think it looks like so far? Do you think it looks pretty good?
I'm just so impressed with all the work, like the amount of
Yeah.
dedication and work they put into this, and I think this is pretty much what we're going to see when the game drops. Like, they weren't too far off with GTA 5. They pretty much got it bang on. I think it's just obviously the north area of the map's just, we don't really know too much what's going up there. But I think we are pretty much looking at what I'm expecting the map to look like.
Yeah, exactly right, exactly. And like, I think the thing is, and I put this out in Game Roll's post that he put out in relation to this map update. And like, yeah, there's still so many things we don't know about, like unrevealed locations. We don't know about like the locations that we saw within the September 22 leaks. Like, we didn't see anything that has been revealed thus far in relation to like, those locations that we saw in the leaks, like Bohemia, St. Joseph, trying to remember, Sundown, I think it was. I think Red Hill. I don't know if Red Hill has already been revealed, but yeah, those type of locations we haven't actually seen yet. So it'll be interesting to see if those get revealed, and also as well, if we see like another city, like will we see like a fictional Orlando up north maybe? Will we see maybe Gloriana? Like, there's a lot of questions around that.
I wonder if we'll get Gloriana the same way we got Mexico in Red Dead, just a little section of it just at the top corner, not the whole of it, just enough to get a couple of mountains in and that type of area. I don't know whether it'll just be a little portion of it.
Yeah, I wonder as well, because like, you know, we've seen in Mount Callaghan, I have it up on screen at the moment. I don't know if you're seeing it on screen for you, but the Providence State Canyon Park in Georgia in real life is in Mount Callaghan. So they obviously are, and I've said this multiple times in my videos, that they seem to be taking inspiration from Georgia and putting it within the northern part of the map. So it'll be really cool
I wonder if the northern part of the map will just be a big mountain that sort of like trickles down into this type of area before we get back into like towards the rest of Leonardo.
Yeah, that's true.
We may get a portion of Gloriana, just enough to slip the mountain in and that potentially.
Yeah, and it's I think it's probably a good thing anyways, because I mean Florida, geographically speaking, is quite flat. I mean, there's not much like mountainous terrain, so I think with Rockstar, you know, at least sort of coming out with some type of verticality in the game definitely is going to make a difference to the map when traversing through the world. So
Il Puma in the chat just said Gloriana Penitentiary from the 22.
Yes,
as well, so.
yes. Wait, Gloriana Penitentiary.
I do apologise everyone for missing the chat. We're just getting wrapped up in this conversation. So what we'll do, probably go through and just ask some questions right at the end, would you say, mate?
Yeah, we can definitely do that. We can do that in a bit.
Give people a chance to bring up any questions we may have missed, but we'll do that at the end.
I typed in Gloriana. Are you sure this is Gloriana, unnamed GTA 6 prison? Yes. I don't know if this is the exact one. Continue to cite. The prison is seemingly modeled after the Augusta State Medical Prison near Augusta, Georgia. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. I think, look, obviously it's too hard to say at the moment because we just don't know much, and that could easily be cut as well. So like, I guess we just have to wait and see really if there is going to be anything in Gloriana in relation to that. So yeah.
And the best part is most of these locations we're going to experience for the first time while driving through them, which is the best way.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. And that's going to be...
looking at words on a screen or screenshots. It's just going to be best to just drive through.
I know. And like, that's the thing, like, that gets me so excited is like the fact that we are for the first time going to be driving, you know, in the game for the first time through all these locations. And this is a good question. What's the first location that you're going to go to, like, for the first time? Like, what's the one that you're most hyped about going to?
Oh God, that's a difficult one. Because I'm such a Red Dead fan, I quite like the idea of some of the more wilderness areas as opposed to the cities. But I think it is going to be 50-50. The Keys looks beautiful. I think that might be where we start the game as well, potentially. So that could be the default first location that we all have to go to. Yeah,
that's the rumor at the moment, is that it seems like, I don't know, it's obviously it's hard to say at the moment. Some people are saying that we start in prison as Lucia, or perhaps maybe we start as Jason, like, you know how the start of trailer 2 we see Jason and Brian together. Like, maybe that's the first mission.
Know the order of the order of everything could be very misleading, and I'd imagine Rockstar are misleading us with the order that the trailers are in to throw us off.
True, they definitely could be.
Because there's no way they'd let it chronologically play, because we'd be able to start piecing together the story too quickly.
That's a very good point.
I'm still of the opinion, I got a lot of backlash for this, and a lot of people disagree with this, but I don't think Jason and Lucia know each other.
That's an interesting
until
theory.
they meet in this game, and a lot of people are really against that, and we'll have to wait and see. I think I sort of mentioned that on GTA 6 o'clock, said they disagreed with me on one of their shows.
Oh, really?
People like Aiden Ross and all them just stream all day, every day with no issues.
I know, it's insane. Reconnection successful. Looks like we're back here. Are we back, guys? It looks like we should be back now. So that's one of the things with streaming. That's tough. Hopefully we're back, guys. Are we back? We're back. Okay. All right. So just one minute. I'm just going to do another check here. Just bear with me, guys. 1 second. I wonder how that works on from like a VOD perspective. I wonder how that works. Because like when you watch it back, like, okay, it seems like we are actually back here. Everything's working all okay. It's so strange so strange. Anyways, I think what we're going to do is RockStation. I think we can answer some questions and then we'll end it. Because I just want to try and figure out what the problem is here with these issues that are ongoing. So it's 2 times now. So we cut out 1 hour and then 1 hour 30. And it seemed to be like a few minutes after I cut to my desktop, like showcasing like the website and stuff. So yeah, I'll try and see if I can sort that out, but it seems like that could be the issue. Anyways, yeah, any questions, man, from what you put, what was in the chat?
Yeah, so if you guys want to ask some questions in the chat now, I did have a couple of people ask some questions on Twitter. I'll just get those up. Get those up now.
Mm-hmm. Just wondering if everyone can hear us. Can you hear us, guys? Hopefully the audio's all good. Seems like...
So GTA Infinity said, RockStation talked about GTA 6 o'clock disagreeing with you. Yeah, so basically they sort of said on the show that they're of the impression that Jason and Lucia already know each other. And that moment where they sort of meet at the prison is them reuniting. But I've just always had this feeling that Brian is going to send us on a mission to pick up a girl from jail.
One second. Sorry, RockStation, apologize. Jim says there's no audio, but everyone else is saying there's audio. Okay, Jim's just trolling. Okay. Don't troll, guys. Please don't do that. I don't appreciate that. It's not nice. So please don't do that. Okay, seems like we're all good. Sorry, man. Continue on. We start again, actually. Probably better start again. Sorry.
Yeah, no, so
Sorry,
yeah, GTA 6 o'clock just said that they think that moment where Jason and Lucia meet at the prison is their reunition. But I think it's them meeting for the first time. Okay, and it all just comes back to how can we get emotionally involved with a couple that have already played out part of their relationship that we haven't got to experience. I could be completely wrong, so we'll just have to see. So Jim says he swears he's not trolling.
But everyone says all right, now he goes, yeah, now sound is fine. Sound is fine. Okay. All right. Thanks for that. I don't know. I mean, it's just too hard to say at the moment. I mean, like, it's just really too hard to say. Like, with everything that's going on at the moment, with what we've seen, we just don't know the order. We don't know how it's all going to play out. I mean, they could know each other. They could not. I mean, it is kind of weird, though, because, I mean, the second trailer, like when, Lucia goes, hey, and then Jason goes, hey, like it's sort of like they don't know each other maybe, or I don't know. Do you get that sense that they sort of don't know each other and that's the first time that they see each other there? I don't know.
Yeah, I think I would rather play out their relationship from beginning to end to see that those awkward first interactions, you know, and then it building up, and obviously your decisions making an impact on how quickly that relationship builds. I mean, I might be expecting a bit too much with some of the mechanics that I'm expecting from this game, but it's Rockstar's fault because they've kept us waiting so long and the anticipation's so high.
Literally. Yeah, no, that's true. It's true. They've been making us wait way too long, man. Way too long.
The GTA Infinity saying, how would Jason know Lucia's name, and why out of all people would he pick her up? And my answer to that is just your standard typical GTA style missions. Go here, pick this person up.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, I could be completely wrong. GTA Infinity, I could be completely wrong, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's just a gut instinct that I've got.
Yeah, I think that, look, it's just, I guess, too hard to say at the moment. We just need to wait until we get more information, of course, and yeah, I guess just go from there. But any other questions that was asked in your
so I had a question. There is a couple of questions on the Twitter, only a couple. I think people assumed I was asking for, I said this to you earlier, when I did the tweet yesterday, I think people assumed I was asking them to put questions in the live chat today, but I actually meant on the Twitter. So we've got Young Hurricanes asking, how quickly do you think GTA 6 pre-orders will go up, and how many copies will GTA 6 sell on the first day? And he's saying 22 to 26 million first week. So what do you think on that one? What's your...
Like in the first week?
Yeah, so how quickly do you think GTA 6 pre-orders will go up, and how many copies will they sell on
the
first day?
Oh, first day. Oh, jeez. It's a great question.
Definitely going to break the internet, this game, isn't it?
I think it's going to be like an insane high number. Like I don't think we're going to be ready how big the number's really going to be. Like I think it's going to be truly insane. Like,
Yeah,
I think we're not going to be ready with how big it's actually going to like be. Not only that, but how many sales, how many copies are going to be sold. Like in that, even in like from a pre-orders perspective, like, man, it is going to be an insane amount. So I don't know the number, man. I don't know. I feel like for me, it's hard to necessarily put a number on it at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not really good with numbers. Like I don't know sort of how many pre-orders an average game does, or I don't know how many Ghost of Yotei did. I don't really keep a track of it in the sense of numbers. I probably will for GTA 6 as it's happening though. But I think it is just going to completely shut down. I think they said in that Insider Gaming podcast that he predicts that it will cause issues with internet infrastructure. He might not be wrong.
I feel like it probably will. I can just imagine, like, I mean, even from like a creative perspective, like all of us making videos and stuff. But what about, I mean, even with doing live streams like how we've been doing today. I mean, obviously we've cut out twice, but I mean, like when it's out, like, that's going to be a nightmare as well with people connecting to the servers, the game trying to handle everything. I feel like that's going to be quite hard. But even from like a playing perspective, like I think there's going to be it's going to be quite difficult to try and get everything working as best as they can, especially with online. I mean, I guess we just have to wait and see when that drops. But I think it's going to be quite tough.
Leonidas says, I feel like Jason's a parole officer. I've seen a few people saying this, that Jason has some kind of authoritative role over Lucia, but I don't know. It's really difficult to say. In actual fact, it'll probably be none of the things we're guessing. Rockstar will just completely go in a different direction to what we're all expecting, I'd say. Jim, do you think there'll be a betrayal between Jason and Lucia? I don't necessarily myself think there'll 100% be a betrayal, but I think there'll definitely be the opportunity for a betrayal, and I think it might be up to the character which direction you go in. What do you think to that one, boys?
It's a good question. I just don't know. I don't know. I think, look, there's so many theories out there and stuff, and I feel like with a lot of them, we're just like clutching at straws and stuff. I feel like it's just not enough information to really go off with some of the theories, and a lot of the theories that are quite how would I say, like, I remember Cyberboy mentioned this to me in the past. It's like niche within a niche, and it's sort of like hard at the moment to try and delve into. And like, there's definitely questions about them. Don't get me wrong, and they're definitely valid. But I just think it's too hard to sort of read into at the moment. We just need more info, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. Someone just put they'll run out of digital copies. Trip Tank.
Trip Tank was here we go. They'll run out of digital copies. Yeah, man. Wow. Jeez. That's pretty funny.
And there are a couple of questions popping in. I do have a couple. I don't know if you want to go through some of those. I do have a couple more from my Twitter as well. I'm just going through.
There's just one here with JTube going, do you think there will be a midnight release?
I do, yeah. It's going to be an event, the drop of this game. So I 100% think there will be a midnight release. Definitely. Do you think there will? And would you go to it if there is one in your area?
Yes. Oh, most definitely, man. I think,
Will you stream it?
Well, I mean, I don't really want to dox myself, so probably not. But I mean, like from the perspective of just like attending a midnight release and being there with people that are like-minded and enjoying what you're enjoying, I think that's going to be one of those things that you're just going to like. It's a sort of a once in a lifetime experience, right? So I think if they do a midnight release, if it actually does happen in all over the world, I think that'll be absolutely fantastic. I mean, I don't know how it would work though, because I mean, like nowadays, like a lot of people buy their games digitally rather than physically. So I don't know.
What are you going to do? Are you going to get it digital or physical or both?
Man, and you're really making me think in this live stream. I'll tell you that, especially with these last few questions that you've been asking me. I feel that Because I mean, the thing is, like, obviously you want to beat the midnight release if there is one, right? But then also you want to have the game loaded up and ready to go. You want to be at home playing it already. So I don't know. It's hard. What? I don't know. I can't answer that question at the moment. I feel.
Yeah, for me, it's definitely physical because I've got a little local gaming shop that hooks me up.
Oh, that's right. Early. That's right. You messaged me about this yesterday.
And then I'll probably get the digital just for having it loaded onto the console and not being reliant on the disc. So I'll probably end up buying it twice in all honesty. I'm a sucker like that.
I feel like a lot of people are going to be buying it like multiple times at this rate. I feel like it's just going to be like insane. Like we're just going to see so many people buying like the game so many times. Like you think about it, not only just buying it on console, but also on PC when that's out, and also the amount of other different versions that are going to come out for this game over the course of its lifespan. Because you think about how many times GTA 5 has been re-released. I mean, you know, Xbox One, PS4, and then again on the PS5 and Series X, and then obviously on PC. And so, like, yeah, I think it's going to be quite insane. And that I feel like, you know, majority of the revenue that Rockstar and Take-Two have generated for GTA 5 has probably mostly come from really GTA Online, but those initial sales, they still made a crap ton of money. Like GTA 5 made 800 million. Well, yeah, the shark cards, I'll get to that in a moment, but GTA 5 solely made $800 million in its first day and then $1 billion in 3 days, which is just wild to even like fathom. But yeah, no, you're right. Like with shark cards and all that, like from a microtransactions in-game perspective, like, you know, they absolutely like killed it from a business perspective. They just raked in the money like crazy. And
they're the reason why GTA 6 is going to be so advanced. I'm actually working on a video at the minute about shark cards and how they've basically helped fund GTA 6. So I'll probably drop that in the next couple of days.
That's a great video.
I get a bit too happy with my videos. I just drop them too soon.
No, that's most definitely.
So GTA Infinity says, if you could be any Rockstar dev, what department would you want to work at? Think department for jiggle physics, explosion simulation, art, map making. Don't think about the skill you need, just where you'd like to work.
I'll get you to go first.
That's a good question.
Get you to go first.
I'm not going to say jiggle physics because that'd just be ridiculous. But I think I'd like to work in the making of the world, the building of the map, and just creating that world. I think that would be something that I'd quite enjoy. How about you?
I feel like working in the department where it's sort of involved in like the world building, I guess. Like I'd like to. I don't know what department that would be. I'm not sure specifically, but
so that would be the art map making.
Yeah, probably that department.
World simulation.
That'd be cool. Second to that, I'd like to work in the department that's focused on like curating the soundtracks and the music. That'd be a really cool department to work in.
Oh yeah, that'd be. I never thought of that one. Good shout. That is.
I think that would be a really cool department to work in because like imagine the department that worked on that for GTA 5. Like how awesome would that have been to like put in all the tracks? And I mean, licensing it probably would have been a nightmare, but actually getting it in would have been very rewarding. No, I don't know what the problem is. I'm back. Reconnection.
Rob says Rockstar got them again.
This is so annoying. I got to try and figure out what the issue is. I don't know what the issue is. What's my upload speed at the moment? Let's check my upload speed. Internet speed test upload. Sorry guys. Sorry about this. So my download speed seems to be fine. I'll tell you. 100 megs download. EA pie. 1 second guys. I'm just running an internet speed test. I don't think it's got anything to do with my internet. Ah, that's interesting. Ooh, that's very interesting actually. That is interesting. That would be the problem. Okay. All right then. Well, it was 18 megabits per second the other day. Now as I'm live, it's about 11 megabits per second. So I don't have enough headroom. So I'm gonna have to lower my bit. I'm gonna have to lower my bit rate. I would say after this stream ends.
Yeah, at least you know why now.
Yeah, it has. It's definitely the bit rate. So I don't think I can lower it midstream. Can I?
Does it let you?
I don't think I can. I can try and give it.
No, that's fine. We'll stick with it.
Yeah,
I mean, we've been going for nearly 2 hours.
I'm probably just gonna have to. We're just gonna have to end it here. I do apologize, RockStation. I'd love to go for longer, but yeah.
No, that's fine. We can always do it again.
And this is definitely.
I've enjoyed being here.
Yeah, and this definitely won't be the last time, of course, that we do a live stream together. I apologize about the 3 times that we've cut out. But I do want to end it nicely, and hopefully we don't cut out again as I end it. Is there anything you want to say, like any last things you want to say, RockStation? Anything you want to like add before we go off?
No, not at all. Just thank you for having me on. It's been a pleasure. It's been nice chatting with you. And thank you for everyone for joining. Sorry if we've missed any questions. Obviously, we'll do this again hopefully quite soon, and hopefully we can get rid of some of the issues that we've had. And again, just thank you for everyone for the support over the last few months, and that really overwhelmed by it, and just can't wait for this game to actually drop.
Yeah, 100%, man. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, and yeah, it's been great doing this live stream. And unfortunately, of course, yeah, we've had 3 times that we've cut out. I do apologize for that. I'll try and fix that up after this live stream. Seems like I may know what the culprit is. It seems like it probably is the bitrate. But anyways, guys, yeah, thank you all for joining. Make sure to subscribe to RockStation. I'll be making sure to put the link in the description below for his channel, and of course making it the pinned comment on this video once it finishes. And yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure. Obviously, I would want to go for a little bit longer, but I'm just yeah, a little bit worried about going for a bit longer if we keep cutting out again. So yeah, I will try.
We originally planned an hour, so we've
that's
done
true.
2,
That's
so
true.
we've done
That's
double
true.
what we planned. So yeah,
that's true. That's true. It's been good. Yeah, I'll try and rectify the issue that's present. But anyways, guys, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, rest of your night, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you guys on the very next.